So if what you're saying is we have a reward function that completely disregards the Scilab space.
It doesn't have to disregard it, but not only that. It can also, you can have the Scilab. So for the fruits, for that task, you really need to make that one distinction. It's enough if you have two color groups.
So I think as long as we actually translate the colors, because coming in from the environment, they're translated into Scilab color space so we kind of have that notion. It is possible to train this with a 0-1 reward, and I have done experiments where I do that. I do not have the numbers, but I can tell you that from looking at those partitions, they look, they look pretty efficient. They do not look like they are completely off. So it would be interesting to compare them if they actually. So in this case, instead of using a reward that is real valued and based on the Scilab distance, we used 0-1.
Okay, right.
So success or not success, and that's possible. That works.
Okay, so that's one thing. But you could also, regardless of whether it's real numbered or 0-1, it would only be indirectly related to the Scilab space, because there would be other relevant factors, like some distinctions are really important and others don't matter at all because of the task.
So let me elaborate quickly. I think, so you have two different things here, right? So you have the input space, and as long as your reward is somewhat neutral, I think you will learn something that is pretty much optimal with regard to this Scilab distance. If you create a situation where you have this fruit thing, you have maybe 3 or 4 fruits in a close kind of part of this color space, then it would make sense to start to create partitions around that part, right? So if you do that, you will get a partition which is definitely not as efficient, right? Because now you have small spots over here, so that is not going to be information theoretically the most efficient if you evaluate it over everything. However, if you evaluate it using the same like skewed distribution, then maybe you would in fact get something that is some kind of making this up as I go along now. Because if you compute this over sampling colors in that certain way, then I guess it maybe will still be. But I can't really say. But you see my point. You will get the partition in itself will not be efficient in
that's interesting.
well in that sense.
To me, that's sort of maybe efficiency that we think of efficiency of the language system or protocol or instead of meanings that we think of it, or I would think of it more in task efficiency. Now you're saying basically you would replace the well-formedness efficiency with the task efficiency. I think that makes sense. And in that case, I think you will probably get optimality. Well, it seems plausible if you use the same criteria.